Hey friends, this is Jackie, now back with episode 4 of Java with Jackie, and I'm glad that you are joining me today. I'm sorry it's taken me a little while. I've been a little bit sick and I was tested for COVID-19, but my test came back negative, praise the Lord. But whatever this thing is, it's been kicking my butt. My fever is down today. They put me on an antibiotic a few days ago, and that seems to be really helping. And so my fever is down today. I'm feeling a little bit better in the morning, so I thought I'd jump on here and share a new episode with you. I want to show you a little something in my kitchen. This is a little place in my home that I like to call Jackie's Java Joint. Actually, I don't know if I can let you see it, but I'll try. On my clock up there, it actually says Jackie's Java Joint. Let's see. So I'm going to show you how to make a nice French press today. I have my French press. Yours might be bigger, might be smaller, so you might have to tweak the directions a little bit, but I'm going to see what we're going to do here. I have a hot water and I boiled it. When you boil it, you don't want to use it immediately. You want to let it set for like 30 seconds to a minute. And I'm going to let that go again because it's been sitting for a little bit longer. I'm going to grind Winter's blend today. This is Starbucks Winter Blend, and you can only get it in the winter. But it's really nice, it's nutty, it's kind of earthy, and so that's what we're going to brew today. And I have already scooped 4 scoops of beans into my my grinder, and I don't know if I can get close enough. I'll show you. I have ground this. You don't want to grind it to where it's like espresso, where it's really fine. You want it to be about the consistency of, say, sea salt. I don't know if you can see in there, but where it's a little bit coarse, that's what you want. You're gonna pour that into your French press, and then you're gonna add a little bit. The hot water has been sitting for 30 seconds to a minute. I heard it go off. So I'm gonna pour just enough to wet the grounds, and then I'm going to swirl it around a little bit and let it bloom for about 30 seconds. And while that's going on, I don't know if I already showed you this, but my little Starbucks mug, it's red, you know, I really like that. So this is the one I'm gonna be using today. It's sturdy, it feels good in my hand. And Starbucks doesn't pay me anything anymore to try to sell that. So matter of fact, you can't get it anymore unless you want to buy it from me. And well, anyways, so French press. So it's been sitting there. It's been steeping it's been blooming for about 30 seconds. Now I'm going to fill it all the rest of the way up. The ratio, there is a ratio that is suggested for coffee. And I'm going to put that on there and just let it set for 4 minutes. So I have a little timer here. I'm going to turn that over, and in 4 minutes, we're going to have delicious coffee. The ratio is 1 to 16. So if you have 1 gram of coffee beans, you want 16 grams of water. That's supposed to be the best. I don't measure and weigh all of that. I just know what I like. And so for this size French press, I use 4 scoops, grind it, and it's gonna be delicious in about 4 minutes. Then we'll have a cup of coffee. But I just wanted to show you my little nook. Okay, it has been 4 minutes, and now I'm gonna take this little French press and I'm gonna plunge it down and pour it in my cup. I wish you could smell this right now. It is smelling absolutely divine. And let's take a drink of our coffee, okay? It doesn't need anything. It doesn't need cream. It doesn't need sugar. I never put sugar in my coffee anyways, but it's delicious. Oh, Winter Blend. You can get it at Costco. That's maybe the only place I've seen it. Delicious. Anyhow, since I've started doing this, I've gotten some messages from people that are asking me questions because, you know, obviously I know a lot, and I have a lot to say. Maybe it's more that than that I know a lot, but I've been getting some questions sent to my inbox, and so I thought I would just take the time to address some of those, so that everyone can benefit from the wisdom, right? Or from something. Anyhow, here's the first one. Dear Jackie, how do I stay sane while keeping my kids at home and having to do all the cooking and cleaning 100 times a day? This is signed Martha, not Mary. Well, Martha, not Mary. First of all, you take all of the Easter candy and pull out the chocolate. Hide the chocolate, okay? And then during their nap time or at 3 a.m., whichever time you happen to be alone, you eat all that chocolate. You eat it all. Don't save any for them. Well, of course, while you're watching Java with Jackie episodes, or something else. And then just repeat that as often as necessary, and that'll do it. Okay. Here's the second one. Dear Jackie, I am a person who gets energy from being around people. My goodness, I am needing some easier diversion. So far, I have sanded my deck, cleaned out the garage, and worked in my yard. My body is sore all over. I'm tired just thinking about that. This quarantine is wearing me out. I need some ideas for pain-free diversions. Help! Signed, Sweating in Seattle. Yeah. Okay, Sweating in Seattle, this is my advice to you. Take a nap! Grab your coziest blanket and snuggle up and hunker down and take a nap. That's my advice for you. Especially right now, man, I'm tired even just after thinking about all that stuff. Take a nap, girl. And you could do other things too. There's crafts that you could do. Like I made this nice little bunny ears. And I think, they're actually better for my dog. But you could also color, you could do puzzles. We did a puzzle the other night, a little 500 piece, and it was great. Or you could do virtual coffee with a friend. Now, I happen to know who sent this, and I have not gotten any invitations for virtual coffee yet. So I'm waiting, okay? Virtual coffee with a friend would be awesome. Or you can teach yourself a new trick. Check this out. Are you ready to be amazed? Are you ready to just call all your friends and say, you're not gonna believe what Jackie can do? Well, I'm gonna show you a card trick here. I have a 5 of hearts. Not important, what's more important is the back of the card. The back of the card is blue. I don't really like blue. Well, blue, I like blue, I'm wearing it, but it's not my favorite color. What is my favorite color? It's red. So before your very eyes, I'm going to change this card, the back of this card, from blue to red. Are you ready? There you go. Yes! There you go. For our third email, this comes from a man. Dear Jackie, I'm a lonely man, and is it okay for me to talk to myself? Signed, Buck Weezer. Absolutely, Buck. I do it all the time, and I'm not crazy. That's not what I hear. I mean, talking to yourself can be therapeutic. Not when you call me names. Just ignore her. Maybe you need to make a new friend. Like some people have a soccer ball named Wilson. Well, I don't play soccer, but I do dishes, and so therefore I talk to Scarlett. And so far, she listens really well. She has not told any of my secrets, not so far anyways. Just cross my fingers. She thinks I'm smart, and you do. I mean, she does. And so I would just say this, Buck, if you don't have a pet that you can talk to, maybe a pet rock, maybe a plant, talk to your plants. That people will think you're just doing it to, make those plants healthy, and that you're not crazy, because we know we're not crazy. It's just that this quarantine has to end pretty soon. Anyways, you'll get no shaming from me, Buck, or me. There you go. Lastly, a question from Epicurious. Which Bible verse do you like right now with everything that is going on in the world? Signed, Epicurious. Very good question. Actually, I will take this one seriously. I was reading the other day and I came across Psalm 94:19, and it just jumped out at me. And it says, when anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. I just love that. There are lots of scriptures that are speaking to me right now, but that one just jumped out at me because of the anxiety. There's a lot of jokes about dealing with how people are dealing with the quarantine right now. And, they're funny. Laughter is good, but for some, this is not a laughing matter. Anxiety is very real, and it's a condition that they're struggling with, and this is just making it worse. And honestly, there's a lot to be anxious about right now. I love Psalm 139. I love the whole Psalm 139. But verse 23 says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. So it's acknowledging that I do have anxious thoughts and asking the Lord to help me with that. Comfort is what we need. And that first verse that I read, when anxiety was great within me, your consolation or comfort brought me joy. His comfort can bring us joy. Philippians 4:6-7 tells us how we can receive that comfort. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition and thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Those three things, prayer and petition and thanksgiving, that's the way to peace. That's the way for God's comfort. That's the way to ease our anxieties. Anxiety is real, but God is real as well. And when I feel it start to come on, I run to prayer and worship. I don't always. Sometimes I wallow in it. Sometimes I let it go and let it consume me. And I'm never better for it. Never better for it. I have to run to those three things, to prayer, to petitioning God, to thanking Him for the blessings in my life, and worshiping Him. Those things bring me comfort. I'm so thankful that I have a personal relationship with a mighty God. I really don't know what I would do without it, especially in these uncertain times. There's just a lot going on. And I would like to admonish you. Sometimes anxiety comes on us and it's just an emotion that we deal with. Sometimes it's deeper than that, and it can be a chemical imbalance. And I would encourage you to talk to your medical doctor, because sometimes medicines help, and God can use medicine to help us in our pains as well. Sometimes He chooses to leave that thorn in our flesh, and so it's okay to talk to a medical doctor if you need to do that. I would encourage you. And if you're feeling depressed or lonely or anxious, please reach out. Reach out through online to a friend, or call them, or call me. I'd like to be here for you. So that's all I have to say about that. And that's all that I have for this episode. So feel free to send me your questions to Dear Jackie. I'll do my best to find the right answers for them, or your suggestions. And feel free to share as well. Maybe your idea will be featured in the next Java with Jackie. Happy Easter, you guys.